Hi, it's Grace. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do greatest common factor or greatest common divisor. Some people call it greatest common divisor, but I call it greatest common factor. Before we start, I'll first explain what greatest common factor is. So the greatest common factor of two or more positive integers is the largest number that is a factor of each integer. Sometimes people use the notation greatest common factor parentheses a and b to represent the greatest common factor of a and b. So let's start. The first out of four methods is listing out common factors. So we have to find the greatest common factor of 126 and 168. At first this may seem like scary and hard, but it's actually pretty easy. So to list out the common factors of 126 are 1 times 126, 2 times 63, 3 times 42, 6 times 21, 7 times 18, and 9 times 14. The factors of 168 are 1 times 168, 2 times 84, 3 times 56, 4 times 42, 6 times 28, 7 times 24, 8 times 21, and 12 times 14. So, if you examine this, you can find that actually 42 is the biggest number in these two lists. That's how we conclude that the greatest common factor of 126 and 168 is 42. Next way is prime factorization. So, first do the prime factorization of each number, which is 2 times 3 times 3 times 7 is the prime factorization of 126. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 7 is the prime factorization of 168. And then you list them out, and then you just circle the common numbers in there, which is 2, 1, 3, and 1, 7. Then after that, you get those numbers and you multiply them together. So you find that 2 times 3 times 7 is 42. So yet again, the greatest common factor of 126 and 168 we find is 42. The next method is the ladder method, which in my opinion is easy in a lot of problems if you can find any factors that are common. So basically, you first divide. So if we see 126 and 168 are both even numbers, which means we can find one factor that is 2. Then we divide to get 63 and 84. What do you see in common? Well, 6 plus 3 is 9, and 8 plus 4 is 12. And if you watched our video, the divisibility rules, then you know that the divisibility rule for 3 is any number you add its digits and you see if that number is divisible by 3. So 3, and we have 21 and 28. It's obviously these two numbers are divisible by 7, so we divide by 7 to get 3 and 4. Now we see 3 and 4 have no common factors, which means we're done. And what we do is circle these and multiply them together to yet again get 42. Next method is Euclidean algorithm. So this method seems weird because it has a pretty weird name, but it's pretty simple if you remember it. So basically, one rule for this is the greatest common factor of any two numbers is the same as the greatest common factor of either number and their differences. Or, the greatest common factor of two numbers a and b is the greatest common factor of a and b minus a. Let's see. The greatest common factor of 126 and 168. After we use that method, we get the greatest common factor of 126 and 168 minus 126, which is 42. Then we simplify the greatest common factor of 84 and 42, which is 42. So I hope this video helped you with the 4 methods I showed here, and I hope you learned a little more about greatest common factor and greatest common divisor. So I hope this video really helped you. So bye, Grace out.